Today we are going to see about synchronous generator. Synchronous, first of all, generator means if the is a rotating device which converts a mechanical energy into electrical energy. That is called generator. Synchronous generator means if the generator rotate at the speed of synchronous speed, that is called synchronous generator. The synchronous generator is nothing but is a AC generator. It's a AC generator or alternator. It operates the same fundamental principle of electromagnetic induction of DC generator. Then they also consist of armature winding and a magnetic field. So one important difference between these two, where the DC generator, the armature rotates and the field is stationary in the arrangement, but the alternator reverses. In this case, it consists of armature winding mounted on the stationary elements called stator, and field winding is called fielding is rotating elements called rotor. Then the construction, the stator is a stationary armature. This consists of core. This consists of core and slots to hold the armature winding. Is similar to the armature of DC generator. The stator core uses the laminated construction. It built up the special stampings insulated from each other with varnish or paper. The lamination construction is basically to keep down eddy current losses. Then the rotor. The rotor are two types. This one is salient pole rotor. This one is smooth rotor. Then salient pole rotor means this is also called as projected pole type of all the poles are projected out from the surface of rotor. The poles are built up the thick steel laminations. The poles are builded to the rotor as shown in figure. Next one is smooth cylindrical type rotor. This is also called as non-salient pole or non-projected pole type of rotors. The rotor consists of small solid steel cylinder having number of slots to accommodate the field coils. The slots are covered at the top with help of steel or manganese wedges. The poles are not projecting out and the surface of rotor is smooth, which maintain uniform air gap between stator and the rotor. The working principle of synchronous generator. Here, the alternator works the principle of electromagnetic induction when it's a relative motion between the conductor and the flux. The EMF gets induced in the conductor. The DC generator also work the same principle. The only difference practical alternator and DC generator is that alternator conductor or stationary field is rotating. But understanding purpose, we can also consider relative motion of conductor with respect to the flux produced by the field winding. Consider the relative motion of single conductor and the magnetic field produced by stationary poles. Let, a, let conductor starts rotating from the position 1. At this instant, the entire velocity of component parallel to the flux lines, hence there is no cutting flux lines by conductor. So d phi by dt at this instant is 0. Hence the induced EMF in the conductor is also 0. As the conductor moves from position 1 towards position 2, the path of the velocity component becomes perpendicular to the flux lines and proportional to the EMF gets induced in the conductor. The magnitude of such an induced EMF increases the conductor move from position 1 towards the position 2. So, as the conductor moves from third position to fourth, the velocity components are perpendicular to the flux lines again start increasing. Again, the position 4 to 1, the induced EMF decreases or finally position 1 to 8 becomes 0. This cycle is continuous as the conductor rotates at certain speed. The mechanical, okay, thank you friends.